thank you very much for taking the time to attend the session today on how the Institute of Sales Professionals can support the learning journey of people on the Level 4 Sales Executive. I'm Jenny, and I work really closely with the approved training providers, the learners, the employers and the assessors to make sure that the endpoint assessment runs really smoothly. Just a really quick background about the ISP. The Association of Professional Sales and the Institute of Sales Management merged back last year, actually in March 2021, to form the Institute of Sales Professionals. Our mission is for sales to be on par with other professions and provide support and learning to those who are new to sales, learners and seasoned professionals in a variety of ways, rather than it be professional recognition, webinars, networking, content, etc. Why do people join? People join because they want them to be professional, proud and passionate and committed to their profession and meet certain ethical standards. Everybody benefits from being an ISP member. Your customer, because it will enhance their buying experience and hopefully want to come back to you for more products. Your company, by using the skills, knowledge and behaviours that you get from the ISP, you're representing your company in the best possible way and hopefully increasing your sales in the process. And of course you, again, from your personal, enhancing your personal brand as a member and all the learning that you can get as a member. So I'd like to introduce you to Lauren now, who is a business development manager for the ISP, who has been apprenticed through one of our approved centres, like you all are now. And she passed last May, and she would like to share her experiences with you. Lauren, over to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, so as Jenny just said, I've now been with the ISP for 9 months now, but I've worked in sales for the last 9 years, predominantly in further education, selling apprenticeship training to large corporates, hence why I ended up joining the Level 4 Sales Apprenticeship. But now my focus and role is to work on behalf of the ISP to bring on board new business. So as Jenny said, the reason for me being on the call today is just to tell you a little bit about my journey and how the ISP has supported me with membership to achieving my sales apprenticeship last year. So I think, like most salespeople, I didn't leave college 10 years ago knowing that I wanted to work in sales. It was something that I fell into. I very much enjoyed meeting and talking to new people, discovering ways in which I could support people to solve their problems, which is ultimately what us as salespeople do. So an opportunity came up in my last role to undertake the Level 4 Sales Apprenticeship. Now, I hadn't gone to uni, hadn't got a degree. I'd just come straight out of college, and I was slightly apprehensive at first to join the Sales Apprenticeship, purely because I assumed that it would be like any other sales training that I've been on before, the 1 to 2 days where you take a few little bits of information away, but it doesn't really stick. But actually, for me, undertaking an apprenticeship proved to be very different in a very good way. And as part of my apprenticeship, I was introduced to the APS, now ISP, via my training provider, as a membership organisation who were there to not only support me through my apprenticeship journey, but to provide tools, content and that expert knowledge to help me to achieve. So you'll see on the screen, I've kind of given a few things of how the ISP supported me. So I'll just go into those in a bit more detail for you. So the ISP have got a CPD platform that really helped me when it came to my endpoint assessment case studies. Reason being, they've got over 200 hours of content on the platform that you can use in the form of videos, webinars and papers that support each topic. So, for example, I think one of my case studies is on customer experience journey. I was able to go onto the platform. There were videos and webinars and papers that were able to help me contribute towards those case studies that had been written not only by the ISP, but their community as well. So that was really beneficial. I think in terms of the personal brand enhancement, it's about how you can develop yourself as an individual and what else does the ISP help to do that. So for me, it was really around passing the ethics exam that is available through the membership, which not only demonstrates that you're an ethical salesperson, but it's absolutely a great way to highlight to future employers that you're a trusted individual in the market, you're serious about your job and your career in sales. And when it came to this job with the ISP, it really helped me to differentiate from the crowd when going for job interviews, because using the ethics exam, you can use badges and letters of accreditation on your LinkedIn to show that you've passed that ethical sales exam. So then following on from that, around the increased job satisfaction and recognition, it's about taking part in that self-directed learning that the ISP platform offers that really demonstrated back to my manager whilst doing my apprenticeship that I really cared about my professional development and wanted to become stronger in the area that I needed to develop. So the ISP can support you in understanding where those gaps are and being able to use the content and the tools that the ISP membership gives that really resulted for me in positive one-to-ones with my manager and some really great feedback. Then we just move on to the sharing of best practice. So as part of the ISP network, it enabled me to have a really safe space for me to network, share ideas, and also ask questions on my apprenticeship to others. So it wasn't just about me being alone in that journey, but there were people who were part of that network like yourselves that are doing exactly the same journey at the moment. So if there was anything that I was unsure of, I was able to talk to others, but also it gave us an opportunity to celebrate sales as being a great profession, because I think sales sometimes is the forgotten about career that people don't tend to focus on as a route for professional development. So I think not only does the apprenticeship help that, but ISP membership really supports learners on that journey. And then finally, around the engaging webinars that the ISP have on board around providing tools and advice from expert leaders. So they have weekly webinars that are hosted for ISP members like yourself to join. As an example, I literally hosted a webinar yesterday called Improving Your Discovery Process. And the gentleman on this webinar, he'd been in sales for 44 years, had written 2 sales books. Now, during my apprenticeship, taking part in these webinars, I was able to use some really useful information from these sales leaders during those webinars that I could not only implement in my day-to-day job, but also towards my apprenticeship content before I passed. And then finally, for me, it was really just around having that greater sense of personal responsibility for managing my own career and my development. So what the membership has allowed me to do and did whilst I was on my apprenticeship was take control of what I wanted to learn, understanding where my gaps were in my development, but then the membership was able to help with the content and the tools to progress. So for me, in my apprenticeship journey, it was a really positive experience, and I passed, which is great news. So yeah, that's my journey in a nutshell, really. So before I move on, did anyone have any questions? Because I'm mindful that I just spoke for about 5 minutes. No? Okay, brilliant. Jenny, if you can move on, that'd be great. Thank you. So this is just to reiterate really what I was talking about in regards to the personal brand enhancement. So these are the types of things that the membership was able to provide for me. So I was able to go out there and say that I was an ethical person and put the badge and the stamp onto my LinkedIn. And also we've got quite a lot of members at the moment who are taking part in this exam and actually putting the certificate that you can see the image of there onto their LinkedIn and really celebrating that they got that recognition of their commitment to professional selling. And it's that opportunity to network and gain external insight into what other salespeople are doing as well. So it's a really positive experience for those people on that journey. Brilliant. And then this, as I explained earlier, so there are some weekly live webinars which are recorded. So if you are unable to make any of the sessions or you would like to share with colleagues, you're able to do that because they're recorded on a weekly basis. It's really important to mention at this stage that the ISP membership isn't just for apprentices. It can be for any salesperson in any organisation. So think of us in a similar light to CIPD for HR people, or AAT for accountancy people. We're there to support organisations and salespeople in developing their people. So if there's an opportunity and you think, oh, this would be fantastic for my colleagues or my sales team for further development, then I'd be more than happy to speak to you after the session and answer any questions that you've got.
And Lauren, just quickly on that,
Yeah.
I think for these sessions,
Yeah.
these webinars and the content all count towards the off-the-job learning for the apprenticeship, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So they can be reported as you go along.
Yeah. So throughout my apprenticeship journey, it was very much my assessor would be asking, what have I done in terms of the off-the-job hours, and watching any of the webinars that are an hour long or the content that was on the platform. You were able to log every part of those sessions, because I know how difficult it is sometimes to be able to get to that percentage of 20% off the job. What membership allows you to do is just open up those opportunities to how you can track more hours through the portal that you're using with your apprenticeship provider. So yeah, Jenny, brilliant point. Thank you.
And I think within the membership, every time you watch one of the webinars or join live, you get 2 CPD points, and then when you watch the recording you get 1. So
yeah,
at the end of the year you can have a look at how many CPD points you have within that 12-month period.
Yeah, brilliant, thank you.
Oh, and there they are.
Yeah, so yeah, so as Jenny just said, around the self-directed learning, so you do accrue points for every video or any part of content or paper that you read on the platform. And this goes back to that recognition of learning. So at every stage via the ISP membership, you're getting recognised for your commitment to learning. These points will automatically be credited to your account. And again, they're badges that you're able to use. As you can see here, once you've got 24 hours of learning, you can be down as a CPD sales professional. Once you've got 48 hours, you're down as a CPD sales expert. So as you can see, once you achieve those points, you can demonstrate your commitment and progression as a salesperson that can not only be used to develop your own personal brand, but you can use them internally at work and also for your apprenticeship as well in those one-to-ones with your assessor. So really important points to mention.
So thank you, Lauren. That's really interesting. It's good to have somebody in the ISP that's actually been there and that can share their experiences with other learners. And here are just some of the companies we work with. We work with people in a variety of ways via our own qualifications, the apprenticeships, membership, ethics exam. So they're just some of the companies that we currently work with. We will send you a copy of these slides so you can look through. These are the people within the ISP that can support you, so you'll have their details as well. Susan Challenger is the contact. If you haven't got your login details and you want to look at the ISP platform, Susan will be able to resend those to you. Lauren, as wonderfully explained, if you've got more questions on how you can make most of your membership, or if any of your colleagues you think would benefit, Lauren will be able to help you there. And if you've got any questions about the endpoint assessment process or anything to do with your learning, then I'll be able to help. Lauren, you did mention the ethics exam there. When all of you were sent your welcome emails at the very, very beginning, there was a link for you to take that ethics exam. Now, if you haven't done that and would like to, just drop myself or Lauren an email and we will send you a new link to take that, because it's definitely worthwhile, and you're seeing more and more people putting that certificate on LinkedIn to raise their personal brand, and also the logo on the email footers, etc. Screen now. Has anybody got any questions with regards to the membership or the ethics exam?
Sorry, Jenny, we've got one question from Charles. Charles, feel free to come up on the screen or drop it in the chat, whatever you feel most comfortable with.
Can I just say out loud?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just coming to the end of my journey with just finishing my endpoint assessment, and I'm just wondering how this now applies to me. If I can maintain membership, I'm going to use the ISP. I've just updated on my LinkedIn, picking the logo, etc., to increase my personal brand. But do I need to do anything now, or I don't want to finish my journey now that I finished the level 4 sales apprenticeship, but I want to just continue?
Yeah.
What would someone in my position do?
Okay, so what we were doing, Charles, is we were contacting the individuals with regards to joining. After you have completed your apprenticeship, we offer 3 months free of charge on the membership. And then thereafter, for the next year, we offer a 50% discount. So we will be in touch with regards to next steps and what you need to do. So we just want as many people as possible, once they finish their apprenticeship, is to keep learning, keep involved with the Institute of Sales Professionals, and continue with their learning journey. So we will be in touch. I know you've just recently finished, Charles, so we'll be in touch really soon with regards to next steps.
Thank you.
No problem. A very good question, by the way. So we will share this recording and the slides, because I know, as I say, some people weren't able to make it, and we will be in touch with regards to the ethics exam, if you would like a link for that, and also once your apprenticeship is finished, about renewing your membership.